Hello, church. Hope you're doing well today as we dive into Bible in 1 year. My name is Trent Miner, and I'm the student pastor at Church of the Front Range. And today we're looking at all different passages from 1 Samuel 23 all the way to Psalm 57 and so on. And today we're going to actually look into Psalm 57. At this time, David is running for his life. Saul is Saul is pursuing him. David knows that Saul has every intention to kill him, and so he's been fleeing. And this whole psalm and Psalm 57 is specifically when David is he's fleeing from Saul and he's hiding in a cave. And so, but this time you see actually in 1 Samuel 23, you see that when Saul is pursuing David, they're literally on the other side of each of this mountain, and they're Saul's coming after David and is about to attack him. And yet at the last moment, a messenger comes to Saul and says, the Philistines are raiding our land. We need to go attack them and go fight them and stuff. And then they leave to pursuing David at that moment. And this was an incredible reminder of just God's faithfulness in this time, because God really did show up. Psalm 57 reflects the heart that David has faith in believing that God is there for him, that he stands up for him. It says in verse 1, "Have mercy on me, my God, have mercy on me, for in you I take refuge. I will take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed." And that's exactly what has happened in this moment. It's a disaster that looked imminent, a disaster that looked probably in man's eyes was about to happen. It passed, and God was faithful. And as the Psalm 57 kind of ends and closes, it says, "My heart, O God, is steadfast. My heart is steadfast. I will sing and make music. Awake my soul. Awake, harp and lyra. I will waken the dawn. I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. I will sing of you among the people. For great is your love, reaching to the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the skies. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be all over the earth." Now, I don't know about you, but if I was in imminent danger, knowing that someone was trying to kill me, I don't know if my heart would end with songs of praise, singing a song. My heart is God is steadfast. My heart is steadfast. I will sing and make music. Awake my soul. I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. I don't know if that would be my first response. And I don't think many of us would have that first response in that moment. And yet David was so confident. He was so confident in who God was and is today. He knows who God is. And so in this moment, he does tell God, God, have mercy on me. I take refuge in you. God, I'll take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed. But look how David ends. He knows who God is. He knows that God is faithful. He knows God's going to show up. He knows that God's steadfast. And I know that it takes a lot of faith to have this kind of prayer in our lives, to actually believe in this. And I'm curious just for you as well, and for, speaking to myself in this as well, is how often do we, when we are in imminent danger, or when things seem really trying, or there doesn't seem like to be a light at the end of the tunnel, how often do we end our prayers with praises, saying, but you God are the one that is faithful. You, God, are the one who will show up. You, God, I will sing my praises among the nations. For you, God, you will be exalted. Your faithfulness, God, reaches to the skies. How often do we do that when we know that we're in a time of trouble? I think it's a great reminder for me to know that David's heart, he was so faithful and just trusting in God in this moment, knowing that imminent danger was literally right around the corner, and yet he trusted who our God is. And my prayer for you, friends, and encouragement is that today and this week, this month, no matter what troubles, what trials you are facing, that you actually have an opportunity to proclaim who our God is, that he is faithful, he is steadfast in his love, that his love will be exalted throughout the world. You have an opportunity to actually point glory back to God, even knowing that you may be struggling. It may be a difficult situation. You may be in a moment like David saying, have mercy on me, oh God. And yet you finish your prayers and you finish that time and you exalt God, saying, but God, you deserve to be exalted. You, Lord, your love and faithfulness, it reaches across the heavens. And my prayer, guys, is that we actually do this, that we actually start to practice this more, that when we are in trouble, when we're in trials, that we actually have this posture in this heart towards the Lord. And that we really know that no matter what, of course we bring our requests to God, we bring them to the Lord, but we always know who our God is. He is steadfast in his love. He is faithful. And he deserves to be exalted his name deserves to be exalted throughout the nations. So I pray, guys, that you, even in your prayer time, as maybe you're currently facing some tribulations and trials, that you turn your heart to say, God, You're steadfast in your love. You're faithful through it all. I trust in you, God. Your name, it will be proclaimed in this story, in my story, in this trial I face. Your name, your love, your faithfulness will reveal itself. You will be proclaimed. So I pray that encourages you today, friends, as you spend some time with the Lord this week, this month, even this year. God, I know many of us are going through same things, and so it's important to point our focus back onto who our God is and his love and faithfulness. Have a great rest of your day, friends.